Is loyalty betrayed by the one you trust the most? Is that what you hate the most? Joaquim, a loyal dog, was cast out of his home simply for being playful and returning late. Despite being rejected by his owner, he continued to sit in front of the house day after day, waiting in vain, not realizing he had been abandoned forever. In his heart were pain, regret, and a faint hope that one day the door would open again. But Joaquim had not failed. The ones who truly failed were those who saw his silent suffering and turned a blind eye until one kind soul stopped. A member of an animal rescue team noticed the forlorn dog curled at the doorstep and realized that this was no ordinary stray. There was history here, pain, a story etched in every cautious glance and tremble of the tail. Moved by what they saw, the rescue team approached him gently. Joaquim, though fearful, did not growl or run. He simply looked up, as if asking, "Did you come to take me home?" And in a way they did. They brought him to their rescue center, a place far different from the streets. Warm blankets, clean water, gentle hands, and kind voices welcomed Joaquim into a new chapter. He was no longer just a discarded pet. He was a soul in need of healing. But healing takes time, especially for wounds you can't see. Over the next 40 weeks, Joaquim's transformation became a quiet miracle. At first, he was timid, hesitant to trust. He flinched at sudden movements and waited anxiously after each meal, unsure if it would be his last. He missed his old life, even though it had hurt him. The rescue team, however, was patient. They didn't rush him. They let him take small steps toward healing. They greeted him each morning with soft words and sat with him in the evenings, sometimes just being there in silence. Slowly, Joaquim began to lean in when someone offered a hand. He started wagging his tail again, not from fear, but from joy. Week after week, his spirit grew stronger. He learned that not every human would leave him, that being loved didn't have to come with conditions, that his presence was enough. He didn't have to be perfect to be cherished. The most remarkable part was watching his personality bloom. Gone was the guilt-ridden dog who believed he was unworthy. In his place stood a gentle, affectionate soul. He was still a little shy, especially around new people, but he had learned to trust again. Most importantly, he had left his destructive habits behind. He no longer chewed or tore things apart. His once chaotic energy had softened into calm curiosity and gratitude. Joaquim had become the kind of dog every family dreams of, loyal, kind, and eager to love. By the end of those 40 weeks, his transformation was undeniable. The rescue team couldn't have been prouder. Their efforts, their sleepless nights, their unwavering belief in Joaquim, it had all paid off. And the world noticed. Joaquim's story was shared online and picked up by local news outlets. Photos of his journey, from the sorrowful days at the doorstep to his joyful moments at the shelter, touched thousands of hearts. Comments poured in from people around the world, words of love, encouragement, and gratitude to the rescuers and veterinarians who never gave up on him. He became more than a rescue dog. He became a symbol of hope, a reminder that love has the power to rewrite even the most painful beginnings. Today, Joaquim is surrounded by warmth and affection. Whether he finds a forever home or stays at the center, one thing is certain: he will never be abandoned again. He has been seen, heard, and loved.
Senta. Fica. Vem. Isso, garoto. isso? Aí ganha biscoitinho. Bom menino.
And to the person who once called him a problem, perhaps they'll never know the joy they threw away, but the rest of us do, and we're better for it. Please, share Joaquim's story. Share it for every animal who waits outside a door that may never open. Let his journey be a reminder that redemption is always possible, and that our kindness can change a life forever. Thank you for believing in the power of rescue. We'll see you in the next story, where love, once again, wins.